Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
We're rolling? All right. Welcome to the inaugural first episode of the Floor Spacer podcast. I'm here
Is
with...
that a word? I'm sorry.
Yeah, inaugural.
Inaugural.
Okay.
Yeah, inaugural. I am joined...
What a way to start.
I'm Anthony. You guys know who I am from Shorts. I'm joined by two other men you guys all know, Gio and Tyler at the helm, at the hub of what...
The hub of our nonsense.
Yeah, the hub of, and
essentially.
then what makes the podcast run right now is all through Tyler. So he's in the hub. How are we doing, guys? Fellas? You guys?
I'm doing good.
Guys,
Be good. Be
Yeah.
good.
It's good to
A little
finally get this
tired,
started.
not gonna lie, but
Yeah, I'm also tired.
Yeah,
It's good.
we're
We're here.
We're a little exhausted. I mean, we had a first episode ready to go for you guys
Yeah.
last week, but it did not come together that well. So now this is the inaugural first episode. Everything's all set up, good to go.
technical difficulties. We'll just
Yeah.
put it at that.
Yeah,
That's all
we'll
we're
just
gonna say.
leave it at that,
Yeah.
and we'll
We're-
kind of just
we're gonna
move
get it.
on
Yeah.
from last week. We
Yeah.
we don't talk about last week unless we're talking about the 7 shorts.
Yes.
But essentially, yeah. I mean, we've been doing shorts for a little over a month now. I think today actually at the time of recording, we're recording these on Sundays, was like our 31st or 32nd short. So
Yes.
So pretty cool. We've just been ramping up production, and we're finally starting to. We're ready to now do long form for y'all.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see a lot more of just us being us, rather than just quick 59, 58 second videos of us guessing players or drafting players and whatnot. So, but I mean, we've been blown away by all the support y'all have given us
Yeah.
over the past month. It's been unreal, and we just look to keep going up from here.
Yeah.
And the way these will work, we'll record these every Sunday, sometimes a Monday if we can't on a Sunday, and they'll go up every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. Shorts will stay the same every day, 4 p.m. on YouTube, and a little bit later on Instagram and TikTok. So
Yeah.
essentially that's us. As for today's episode, we actually have a lot to get into. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, for those on YouTube and Spotify, we are going to do our full playoff bracket predictions. We waited till now to record this because we didn't know the seedings. Everything was tight. So we finally know the seedings. We know the matchups. We know the play-in and everything like that. So we're going to get into that. And we have a lot of other stories to get into beforehand. But yeah, are we ready, guys?
Let's go.
Let's run into it.
Let's do it. This is the pilot episode of the Floor Spacer podcast. All right. So obviously, before we get into the main part of our episode, we're going to get into a couple news stories that happened around the league this week. First one, pretty major, not going to lie. Giannis Antetokounmpo left Tuesday's game against the Celtics, non-contact lower leg injury. They ruled out Achilles, but it was a lower calf strain. He obviously missed the last remaining games of the regular season, but I mean, this was a really bad time to go down, especially with the playoffs starting this weekend. So just general thoughts on the right now with Giannis.
It's definitely unfortunate. I think Bucks fans are probably just like, why couldn't you just sit him out for the last 3-4 games of the season and call it quits? But I did think the fans and the Bucks themselves wanted a higher seed.
Well, yeah, they couldn't. They were,
Of course.
They could have gotten as low as like 5.
Yeah.
You want home court at least past the first
Exactly.
round. So he had to have played.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate. Injuries happen. You're not going to prevent someone from getting injured. So I think he'll come back. It's a calf strain. Calf strains are usually harder.
Yeah.
Take more time to come back. If it was an Achilles, he's out for the whole
Oh, yeah,
playoffs.
forget
That's
it.
it.
I mean,
That's over.
that puts him at risk because we saw Kevin Durant do that in 2019.
That's scary.
Exactly. So
Now, here's the thing with the lower calf strain, the muscle there is the soleus muscle. I know this because I'm now on PT.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
So that's the soleus muscle. That's actually pound for pound the second strongest muscle in your body.
Right.
So if that's injured, you're now putting more stress on your Achilles, your upper calf. So that's all being compromised now. So it's
Yeah, because you're just trying to compensate
Yes,
everything, and
exactly.
it's gonna lead to other injuries.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened to Kevin.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's definitely some scary shit. Obviously, the Bucks have not been as stable as they have been in years past. Obviously, now there's more pressure adding Damian Lillard. What does this mean for the Bucks in the playoffs this year? Because obviously, we know the East is, for lack of better words, trash, and it's pretty wide open if Boston gets bounced. And clearly, the Bucks are seen as a big favorite by most of NBA fans and NBA media. Without Giannis, what is this team's ceiling?
It right now they're playing Indy first round.
It's a first round exit.
Yeah, I would think unless Dame just goes off, then I could,
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because
Dame can win them 2 games.
Yeah.
Indy can't play defense. So,
Yeah.
like, there's always, like, a shot, but I don't know. The Bucks have been so shaky ever since they fired Bud. Even with Bud, they were shaky, but Budenholzer has good defensive schemes. He's a defensive-minded head coach. Without him, their numbers have been just really bad. Under Adrian Griffin, they were good, but they were still not great. And obviously under Doc, it's who knows. Doc's going to wind up being the scapegoat no matter what. So that kind of protects Giannis and protects them a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what the plan of attack is here for the Bucks. I think they probably sit him out for the first game. And if they lose, if it gets bad, then they'll probably bring him back. But I think he might come off the bench like the Warriors did with Steph. There's a lot of options they have.
I just hope he doesn't have an injury, like a serious injury.
Right.
Like what we were talking about before. Because if they put him in, like, is it really worth it? Like losing Giannis for a whole season for the next season, right? If he has
Exactly.
God forbid, he has an Achilles tendon rupture,
Right.
that's going to set him back for a whole year and a half.
It'll set him out for probably around the same did for KD.
Yeah.
He'll miss an entire season. He'll maybe miss a little bit more.
Yeah. And this game revolves around explosive play.
Right.
So I don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah, I think it's, I think you give Giannis the decision as well, but I
Yeah.
also think you go off what the doctors are telling you and the time frame they're saying he can be back this game, this timeline.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you risk the long term, but I don't think they're thinking of the long term right now. I think they want short. Obviously, you're thinking of a short term. You're in the playoffs. You want to win. But the long term future, Dame's getting older. Without Giannis for a season, not saying Dame's going to completely just collapse, but Dame's getting older. He's on the older side. And you're surrounding cast around you, Bobby Portis, Burke Lopez, all those guys are older as well.
Right.
How much younger are you going to get within a year with no Giannis?
Right. I mean, that really, it comes down to Giannis himself because the Bucks will go as far as Giannis gets them. He'll pull the plug if he wants out. And there's really nothing he can do. If he's out for the season, he asks out. I mean, there will clearly be teams interested, but the value is going to be a lot less compared to a healthy Giannis, right? We all know this. So, look, I mean, the Bucks' future is a little bit dicey, for being honest, because obviously you lose a lot of stability changing head coaches. You lose Drew Holiday, who is your best point of attack defender, and just ideally probably your best defender at times. I know Giannis is one of the best defenders in the league, but he takes a lot of pride in scoring, while Drew Holiday mainly is defensive minded. Obviously, he's not this year because the Celtics are just stacked, but I think when you kind of change the scope of your team completely like that, it really does make a difference. And look, I mean, Giannis has gotten 3 coaches fired, or 2 or 3. It'll probably be 3 if they don't win this year. So I'm not saying the Bucks are in trouble, but it doesn't seem like their future is set, kind of like Boston or Denver or really any of these like upper echelon stable teams. Because the Bucks are obviously one of the best teams in the league. It's just there's a lot of question marks surrounding them this season and past this season.
Yeah. We're going to see a lot after these playoffs. We're going to see what's going to happen for the future for them. We'll see.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
What would you do first round? Do you play him, sit him?
For me personally, I'm going to trust the doctors. If the doctors say he's okay to play and Giannis wants to go, he's going to go. And chances are he's a competitor. He wants to be out there for his teammates, for his guys.
Exactly.
So I'm honestly, if he wants to go and the doctor says, okay, be my guest, go out there. Right? Why not?
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's always that chance of him being a negative, but it really just depends on how hampered he is. Because even last year against the Heat, he was still doing well. It's just the rest of his team crumbled around him.
Right. Yeah.
So, what about you?
Like I said, I think if everything checks out pregame, he's fine. He's not feeling anything in that calf. Why not give it a go? But if he is, definitely, I think minutes restriction. With even first, second game.
I mean, even if you have any advantage, I would bring him off the bench.
Yeah.
Don't play him no more than 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you're really in trouble. Then You have to kind of put him out there. It's just tough because we witnessed it happen with Kevin Durant. When you push a guy to his complete limit, because KD hadn't played for weeks, first game back, obviously we don't know the severity compared to Kevin Durant's calf strain, but anytime you're dealing with the Achilles or anything lower leg related, you really need to be careful because you can screw yourselves over long term, especially you just gave the house to Portland. So it's tough, man. And it's really just a trade-off because the East is so open. It's just...
Yeah, exactly. I think if it wasn't so open, they would be pushing to get him back right away. I think they're going to see what they can do with what they have, of course. And then Giannis will be just that, if we need to go to him, we'll go to him.
Yeah.
And see what happens. But I think we have to give some time and see what doctors and just how he's feeling.
Yeah,
That's all you
essentially.
can do.
Also, I just expected a whole lot more from the Bucks this season. Dame and Giannis, like you expect a all-time great shooter and an all-time great like big man slasher, whatever you want to call Giannis, to be like outstanding together. It was good, but it wasn't what I expected. You know what I mean?
I expected the Bucks to be good. I just expected them to struggle a little bit because
of the losses of defense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, aside from losing Holiday, you lose Mike Budenholzer. We can say what we want about him not getting it done. They did get it done. And we've seen the way the Bucks have defended, and they just have not been to their standard. And at the end of the day, you need a top 10 defense in order to win the NBA championship. I think maybe one team in the past like 20 or 30 years hasn't had one, and it's worked out. But at any point, every now and then, you can get one team that just catches a heater and gets lucky. But I think with that, obviously, Dame hasn't really played meaningful basketball in like 6 years, so. So it's an adjustment too, playing from west to east. The play style is totally different, and it is what it is. They've had injuries, obviously now with Giannis, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So it takes care of the Giannis injury and all that stuff. Let's get into the next story.
Yep.
All right, next on the docket, the NBA play-in tournament is happening this week. I think it goes up the day after it starts, this episode. So I think Tuesday or Wednesday it happens. I don't remember exactly. They haven't really released the dates at the time of recording, but I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday's the other two games. And then the 8 ones play on Saturday and Sunday. But
really quick, Tyler,
yeah.
What do you guys think about the NBA play-in tournament as a whole in general? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you like the idea of it?
Yeah, we were talking about this before we started recording. We like it.
Yeah, I think it's good for the league. I think it's just, they lost a lot of money with COVID. They need more, important games that matter, playoff atmospheres. I think it puts more fun into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think there might be some controversy if a 10 seed is like 15 games back of 8th or whatever,
Right.
but I think it's good.
Yeah, regardless, you're getting 2 more teams, but you're still getting that 8 in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. We just saw it last year. It gives a lower seed a chance to gain some momentum.
Exactly.
Going into their series. We've seen it not work, and we saw it work last year with Miami and the Lakers.
Yeah.
So
it's good for business.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's literally a business decision. That's what it was.
What about you?
I agree. It's great for business.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Ticket sales, viewership.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
They love the competition. So
especially with the new TV contract coming up next year,
yeah,
it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt they expand it though. I think it should stay where it is.
No.
So
never.
But yeah, so let's get into our play-in tournament predictions. Obviously, we'll get into our full bracket later on to the episode, but we're going to kind of take it a little bit slower here with just the play-in first. We're going to do the 4 games that are happening on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll do the winner and loser of, it's tough to kind of explain the play-in tournament because it's not the most simplest thing. Basically, the 7 and 8 seed in each conference will play against each other. Same thing with the 9-10. The winner of the 7-8 game gets the 7 seed, plays the 2 seed.
You gotta go slower.
Yeah, I have to. There's really no other better way to explain this. The winner of the 9-10 will play the loser of the 7-8. Whoever loses the 9-10's out.
Yep.
And then the winners and losers collide. Whoever wins gets the 8 seed, and the loser goes to Cancun.
Yep.
So sounds simple enough, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, let's get into it. We'll start in the East because the East, like we had mentioned before, it's garbage. First up, we got the 7-8 game. We got the Miami Heat traveling to Philly to take on Joel Embiid and the 76ers. What do we think of this matchup?
I think it's a great first matchup. I think Miami wins this game.
Ooh, okay.
Why?
I think They're going to be away, of course.
Yeah.
I just think Miami just is a different breed in playoffs. I think they, instead of losing, they win that game, go right in.
Right. I mean, we saw it last year. They played like ass in the first playing game. So they could, I mean, they folded against Atlanta and then they kind of kicked on, essentially. I mean, it took a late comeback to get themselves out of the play in the first place against Chicago.
Yeah.
But I will agree with you. I do think Miami edges Philly. I think the injury or the re-aggravation to the injury Joel Embiid had last night or 2 nights ago, I think that probably sets them a little bit more in shape. I think Philly's got a lot more questions to answer about how to kind of manage his minutes because, again, he's another one that you want to avoid serious injury at all costs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, how's the Heat? How are the Heat doing in terms of health? Are they full on healthy? Everyone's good.
A good way to gauge the Heat, if they're healthy, they're usually high up in the standings. It's kind of been an injury-riddled season. They've kind of had guys in and out. But again, once you get to the playoffs, Jimmy and Bam know what to do.
Right. They've been there.
Exactly. I think it's really just a matter of what version of Miami you get.
It's also a matter of what version of Embiid you get. Because if Embiid shows up and he's playing like he's not afraid to hurt himself even further and he's playing confidently, I think Sixers win.
Really?
What do you think?
So you have the Sixers winning?
I do.
Okay, that's fair. I think either way, it's really a coin flip depending on what you get from Embiid. Because if Embiid's not ready to go, I know he said he's going to play, but if Embiid's not ready, then I don't give the Sixers any shot to win that game.
He's easily the best player in the series.
Oh, without a doubt.
He's the difference maker. So if he's feeling good,
right?
Sixers.
Unless
if he's
Jimmy,
not,
unless Jimmy just goes God mode,
and that's possible.
and that's actually
He's
possible.
done that before.
Exactly. So we'll see. So we got 2 for the Heat, 1 for the Sixers. So we'll keep that in mind for later.
Yeah.
And then later on in the night, I don't know what order these games will be in, but the 9-10 game, this has been confirmed now for the past week or so. It's the Bulls and the Hawks. Bulls have the home game.
Bulls win this one. That's how it is.
I don't know. It's so tough. Both teams are so bad.
No, honestly, I was gonna say that too. Like, I don't want to. No hate to none of the Bulls fans and Hawks fans, but man, this game, I might not even watch this game.
I might not either.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we probably have to just because we got some stuff to
Yeah,
cover.
yeah.
But like, I mean, the Hawks just shipped almost 160 to the Pacers today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna go with the Bulls too. It's just DeRozan. I love Caruso. We saw him playing today.
We were just
he's
watching.
he's a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog.
So I love Caruso. I don't know. That's it.
We also don't know what we're going to get from Trey because obviously he just came back from his
Oh, yeah,
he had like a
that's
hand
right.
or finger injury. I think he had like a small procedure. Look, I don't know. I think with Trey, the Hawks defense just gets. I think it's just still mid because Trey Young can't defend. But look, I mean, the Bulls played well today against the Knicks. We just watched it.
Yep.
I think it could happen, but I really can't back the Hawks with the way they've been defending. It's been generationally bad. So I got the Bulls in this game.
Yeah. But who knows? You know,
Yeah,
Trae
I
Young
think-
could go off.
Yeah.
Could go off.
It's
He could
one
do
game.
that.
That's the thing with the play-in. It's
That's
a
the
one-off
player.
game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can be unsustainable in the play-in and get yourself through. You obviously get whacked in the first round, but you can get yourself over the hump because it's one game.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's bad. We move over to the Western Conference. We got an interesting first game. The 7-8 game is the Pelicans and the Lakers. We just saw these two teams play. Not really sure what the Pelicans' strategy was earlier. Obviously, I know maybe they were trying to avoid Denver, but now if you win this game, you have to play Denver in the first round. So I don't necessarily know how much they really gave the Lakers today. Do you see them giving more? How do you analyze this matchup from the Pelicans' point of view?
I don't think Pels win this game at all. I think it's the Lakers. Just,
Think it's a blowout.
I wouldn't say blowout. I just think from the start it's gonna just be their control in the game.
Something just fell over.
It's a water bottle. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll cut it out. Yeah, I just think Lakers from the start are going to be in control, and I think they're going to run away with it. I don't think Pels are going to – I'm just thinking like LeBron, AD, and they're just going to – they want to win that game and just be in and not play another game. So, I think it'll be a fun matchup to watch, but I think Lakers from the beginning, I think it's going to be all them.
Yeah, I don't really see it being a blowout, but I kind of go back to what I said before. Like LeBron can get you one,
Right.
Especially even if AD doesn't play, because I know he hurt himself after the game. But like LeBron can drop 40 and then just generously bow out in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he wants to go out of the play-in like that. And even if they lose, they still have another shot. The Pelicans just do not seem disciplined. And then the Lakers' whistle is just ridiculous. I think it's going to be tough. And the Pelicans won 3 out of 4 against the Lakers, lost 3 out of 4 against the Lakers this year. So I also have the Lakers.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to be the odd guy out. I'm going to go with the Pelicans. And I'm going to make a bold prediction, actually. I'm going to say this is the beginning of the end for LeBron James.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay?
All right.
Pelicans beating the Lakers in the play-in tournament. Now, he doesn't even get to go to the playoffs.
Well,
You're right.
He still can. They
He
have
has 2 games. Okay.
Right.
So, but still, this is the beginning of the end
Okay.
for LeBron James. Okay. He's going to lose to Zion.
Okay.
All right.
I think they're way more athletic. I think LeBron, he can give you one game. You're right.
Exactly.
But I think the Pelicans as a team is going to be too tiresome for LeBron James in the play-in tournament.
Right. I mean, they do have really good defenders.
Yes.
But there's a fine line between defending without fouling, and the Lakers will always get the benefit of the whistle because they're the Lakers.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's the one concern I have for New Orleans.
Yeah.
But no, I can definitely see an argument for the Pelicans going forward.
Yeah.
Because that Willie Green's got those guys balling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Playing with energy.
yeah.
Yep.
And it really just depends also on what you get from Zion every night.
True.
Yeah.
It's inconsistent.
That's always going to be a question mark. It depends.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a 7-8 game. Obviously, we'll remember yours is different for later. And then we got the 9-10 game. We got a nice little rematch of the first round last year. It's the Warriors and the Kings. This game will be at the Golden One Center in Sacramento, right when the Warriors beat them in Game 7 when Steph dropped 50.
I think this game goes either way. It's gonna be fun to watch. I think Kings take it.
We went with the Kings.
Yeah, I think Kings take it.
I agree.
I don't think Warriors are gonna. I think it's gonna be close, but I think Kings are just gonna home court. They always have a rocking fan base when they're playing at home. I think it's gonna be their game to win.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a tough matchup either way, like either side, because there's no Monk, there's no Herter.
Yep.
And the Warriors just have no size whatsoever.
Sabonis is going to eat
Sabonis
Yeah.
will eat,
breakfast,
but
lunch, and dinner.
Steph will also.
Yeah.
And really can you get that one miraculous game out of Steph? That's the question. I still really don't know who's going to win this game.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest with you.
I mean, honestly, you can say that about all the games. it's
Yeah.
playing, But
Right.
I got the Kings on this one as well, Anthony.
All right.
And that's because I'm a hater of the Warriors. It's for that only reason.
That's fair. I respect that.
All right. That's
But yeah.
fine.
Do I back Steph Curry? I think it's not even an insult to Steph if they lose because
Right.
the Warriors have been better as of late. I think regardless of what happens, Steph goes down swinging. I just don't know I don't know if no Malik Monk is huge.
That's very true.
Like you're talking about like 23 points since March 1st.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Right.
Who will be the guy, if the Kings win, who will be the guy that steps up in Malik's place? It's gonna be Harrison Barnes.
It's your 2-star.
Davion
It's
Mitchell.
Fox or Sabonis.
Well, they're going to do their thing
Yeah,
regardless.
yeah.
Steph and Clay will do their thing
Right.
regardless.
But you need that third guy. That's
It really is going to take a collective effort, right? Because obviously Harrison Barnes needs to do what he does.
Yep.
You're going to get good defense from Keon Ellis.
yeah.
Yep.
I really don't know. I'm going to play it safe and back the Warriors here.
Okay.
All right.
I think Steph gets you one.
Okay.
I think he gets you one. And I think it's going to be a really close game. Could it go to overtime? Maybe. But I think I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna back the Warriors. I think if Monk was healthy, I would have went Kings, no doubt. But I trust Steph because he's done it.
Yeah.
And we saw the Kings go up 2-0 last year and crumble in 7. So
Yeah.
we shall see, I guess. And I think Keegan Murray is also another big piece that's going to be
Yes.
Yeah,
good.
we
And he has
forgot
not
about
been as
him.
good.
Yeah.
So
He's not been?
he's having a little bit of a sophomore slump. It happens.
Yeah.
He had that one game against them where he had like 12 threes. But yeah, essentially, that's the first part of our play-in. Obviously, we'll get into our winners and losers when we do our full playoff bracket in a little bit. We got one more story, or I guess topic, to get into today, which we recorded last week as the main part of our episode, but obviously we don't talk about that. But we're going to reveal our NBA awards in the next segment. All right. So obviously we recorded this last week. We tried to, and some things went wrong, technical difficulties. We went a lot more in depth. We're going to keep it more brief today because obviously this is not the main part of our show. But we're going to get into our 2023-24 NBA regular season awards. So we're going to kind of go through all of these. Got MVP, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, all that stuff, and then we'll also get into like our All NBA teams and All Defense and stuff like that. So we're going to just take it in turns, going through each award. We'll just say who we have, and then if we have any disagreements, we can just very quickly sort of, debate it or question it as to reasons why or anything like that. Although the awards this season have been pretty obvious compared to years past, so we'll see. Obviously, the 65-game rule definitely put a pin into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll take it in turns. I think we'll go over to you first, Antoine. What do you got for your MVP?
No brainer, Jokic.
I also have Nikola Jokic.
I got Luka Doncic.
I had a feeling you were going to go Luka Doncic, especially because we knew that this a week ago.
No reason to get in debate because I'll lose that debate, but
Yeah, probably.
still got Luka. I'm still
Hey, listen, you got to rival your guy.
I have to.
And, I respect that.
Yeah.
But just know that Jokic has the better season.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right.
But yeah, no, both incredible players.
Yeah.
Luka would have been MVP if Jokic was not in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I think outside of the past 3 years, he would have won in like almost every other season.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all right. Rookie of the Year. We all have Victor Wembanyama. We don't really need to. Chet's great. Brandon Miller's great. Jaime Jaquez is great. They're not Wemby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best rookie season of all time?
No.
No,
No.
I don't have it.
really.
I think Shaq's rookie season was better.
Okay, fair.
He averaged
Okay.
3 extra points, 4 extra rebounds.
The blocks per game, though.
I think it was like Shaq had like 2-point-something blocks, so it wasn't that far off.
Right.
But I think Shaq's overall was better.
I feel like Wemby's defense has just been
Yeah.
immense. And
Yeah.
the other thing, too, Wemby's on a minutes restriction the entire year.
Okay, that's true.
He was playing like 20-something minutes for like the first half, and then he's been playing like 28, 29.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's definitely, like, at worst, top 3
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I'm fine
at
with
worst.
that.
But
Easily.
I think you can make the argument for best, like,
And
ever.
even Michael Jordan, 28 points his rookie season.
LeBron's rookie season, too, wasn't bad either.
No.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but no, it's fair. I mean, if anyone didn't choose Victor Wembanyama for the Rookie of the Year, you're biased.
Yeah.
Most improved player.
I think we all have Maxey.
I have Tyrese Maxey.
Yep. Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was kind of, first time All-Star. Really stepped up when Embiid went out. Obviously, they're in the play-in now, but not much you can really do about it when you lose an MVP center.
Yeah.
So, kind of is what it is there.
Yeah.
Sixth man of the year.
Malik Monk.
You went for someone different, no?
Yeah.
I did.
He did.
Who'd you go for?
I went for Malik Monk also.
Monk?
Yeah.
Yes.
I went for Russell Westbrook.
Wait, I forgot he chose.
Yes.
I went for Russell Westbrook. Not sure if I stand there still, but I still think he's the best best player coming off the bench in the league, in my opinion. When it comes down to it,
When it comes
he's
down
the best
to it,
player to come off the bench in the league. I
he's
don't care.
one of them. The problem is,
especially in the playoffs. I think.
well, we'll
then
see.
that's
We'll
when-
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think the funniest thing is that there's a Clipper that has an even better chance at winning
Yeah,
the award
yeah,
that he
yeah.
Norman
didn't pick.
Powell.
This is true.
Exactly,
This is
yeah.
true.
Exactly.
Norman Powell's got a great shot to win
He
it.
does. And you
Yeah.
know, if Russ doesn't, obviously Russ won't get it. But
Well, yeah.
No.
I'm rooting for Norm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Tyler post edit. We forgot to do our DPOIs. That's our bad, our mistake. But we're going to put them on the screen for you right now. As you can see, myself and Anthony picked Rudy Gobert, and Gio picked Victor Wembanyama. Pretty self-explanatory, not much else to really explain. Back to the pod.
Yeah. Clutch player of the year.
Did we all have Steph? I don't
We all had
remember.
Curry. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I have Steph Curry.
Yeah. You had Steph?
Yeah.
We all had Steph. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was.
I mean, look, it's just this award's more so who does the best shooting percentage wise.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's always been
Yeah.
that guy.
He's
So
a shooter.
exactly.
And now he's developed his clutch gene. Good job, Steph.
Yeah. I feel like even he's
Clap
had,
for Steph.
he's had that. I feel like, but now I think it's definitely a lot
Yeah.
more prevalent for him.
You know what's crazy? I saw a graphic of Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan, and they asked who was the best clutch player in the league. I think it's blasphemous for him to be up there next to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant when it comes to clutch time and clutch moments,
Yeah.
blasphemous, if you ask me.
I think
Okay.
it's
What
I
do
think
you
it's
think?
blasphemous to put him and Kobe next to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan and LeBron James are by far
Yeah.
the two most clutch players the game's ever
I
seen.
agree.
Yeah.
No one should even be in the conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Because like
I think that's
I
fair.
understand Kobe and Steph can hit clutch shots, but a majority of the time it's clank town. So
Yeah.
It's true.
and to be fair, they do have their shot volume is way higher than
Oh,
most
yeah.
players. So I understand it, but still, at the end of the day, if it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, congrats to Steph. He'll probably win it anyways.
yeah, he will.
So, Coach of the year,
OKC's
Mark
Whatever.
Dagenhalt.
Yeah, however you
Dagenhalt.
say that
Yeah.
name, he
Dagenhalt.
got it.
Dagnalt.
He
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially they just tied up the 1 seed a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Youngest
So,
team,
Young
all time,
coach.
right?
He's younger than
Coach.
LeBron and JJ Redick. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
legendary.
Yeah. We'll see what he can do in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Did any other coaches kind of come to mind for y'all?
Chris Finch.
Yeah.
I think who was the favorite all year up until Dagnall passed him.
Yeah.
I think Finch really just made that Timberwolves team a threat, and they're going to be a threat in the playoffs.
What about Joe Mazzulla?
You know, I don't really think we gave much thought because we knew they were going to be good regardless.
Right.
Missoula was taking a team that was already proven after Ime's things happened.
Right.
Not to discount
For,
Missoula.
for the viewers
Missoula-
that don't know, what team was that? For the viewers.
What do you mean?
The Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics.
Just so you guys,
Far and
just in
away
case
the
you guys
best team
didn't
in the
know.
league right
Yes.
now. I mean, it's not even close. They're 64 and 18, I
18,
think. Yeah.
yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think Missoula will get votes.
Will he be a finalist, though? I don't know.
I mean, after Dagnall, Finch, who
Dagnall,
Missoula.
Finch, could be Missoula, could be Michael Malone.
Yeah,
I
You
don't,
get 3 finalists.
three finalists for each
finalists,
award.
yeah.
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 So I don't know who that third one's going to be. It could be Tom Thibodeau also.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Because the Knicks are the
The
two.
next to the 2
Right.
seed.
So we'll
It's
see.
Possible.
I mean, he's not winning.
No,
He already won 2 years ago as
no,
it is.
He won
Yeah.
2 years ago. Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I'm pretty sure Chris Finch was my guy up until they fumbled the 1 seed.
Yeah,
They fumbled the 2 seed also.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think he had a great season nonetheless.
Yep.
yeah.
We'll see who comes out on top in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If they even face each other. They both probably will be out by then.
That'll be cool. Cool
Yeah.
matchup if they do.
That would be dope. Wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
And then lastly of our awards section, we have Executive of the Year. Now, for those that don't know, this goes to a team's GM or president of basketball operations, typically just making the right moves behind the scenes to set your team up, essentially speaking. Obviously, it could be just the best team in the league, like we've seen. Like I know, like a 1 or 2 seeds GM will typically win it. I know last year was the Kings GM for kind of bringing them from nothing to something. So who we got?
I have a former coach now turned president, Brad Stevens.
I also have Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
I put Sam Presti last week, but hearing you guys' case, I almost want to go Brad Stevens, but I'm just gonna stick with
Okay.
Sam
You-
Presti.
He's keeping it consistent, right with
I
the guy.
have to.
That's
I
You
fine.
have to. You have to.
No,
No
I-
choice.
Yeah, but I think Brad Stevens will end up winning. But
I don't
go Sam
know.
Presti.
Could go either way. Remember, OKC's the 1 seed now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You had a battle of the 1 seeds.
yeah.
I just feel like the Drew Holiday trade really just
That's what I'm
set him separate from everyone else.
Yeah, because that was key. That was key for them acquiring Drew Holiday with the defense. Key.
Exactly.
Yeah. Drew Porzingis, they got rid of some dead weight with the trade to Portland. Brogdon, Robert Will, Marcus Smart left as well, who's a stagnant piece for them for a long time. But, they had Peyton Pritchard they also signed. They brought in pieces to help with Brown and Tatum, and that got it done. I think Drew was obviously the big piece. They needed defense, and now they just re-signed him to a 4-year contract extension as well.
It's a good deal, too.
4-year, 130, I think it was.
Yeah, he's making like what, 32, 33 a year
yeah.
AAV.
So, much definitely deserved for him to stay there in Boston, and that they're going to be he's going to be a big piece there for the next 4 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that's huge because, I mean, there was rumors of Drew retiring at the end of the year because no one knew what his situation was, obviously being, still wanting to contend, but he's there. All the Holiday brothers are old now. They're in their like mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
So, or early to mid 30s. I think Justin's the oldest, like 35, 36. But But yeah, no, it was really good business done by Brad Stevens. And that was really smart of the Celtics keeping him rather than letting him go.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to follow in Danny Ainge's footsteps because this dude is just the king of fleecing trades. But Brad Stevens has not done a bad job by any means.
No.
So
Outstanding job.
yeah, congrats, Brad Stevens. Well on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically all our awards. Obviously, the main sort of what's the word? The main sort of interesting information could be in our all insert name here teams. So our all NBA teams, our all rookie teams, all defensive teams, whatnot like that. So how do we want to do this, boys? We want to go through all three of our teams each, or do we want to do first team and then second, third? I'll kind of leave that up to y'all.
Let's go just first round.
You want to do
Then
first,
second
second,
round.
and third?
Then third round.
Yeah,
what
we'll
do you say?
keep the same order.
That's
We'll
fine.
go
Yeah.
Antoine, me, and then Gio.
Yeah.
Go.
So all NBA first team.
Jokic, Luka, SGA, Giannis, and Tatum.
Okay, I have the first four. I also have Jokic, Luka, SGA, Giannis, but I have Anthony Edwards as my fifth.
I think it went either way for me too.
Yeah, there's like about 4 or 5 guys it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. This is tough. Now I'm changing mine from last week. Okay, I'm taking off Giannis. I have all the players that you guys have except for Giannis. And
Okay.
Instead of Giannis, I have Brunson.
All right, so run through your whole first
The
team.
whole thing is Luka, SGA, Jokic, Brunson, and Tatum.
So you move
okay.
Brunson up.
I move Brunson up and put
Okay.
Giannis back down.
That's fair.
I think it's
You can easily make an argument for Brunson. He's
Absolutely.
been unreal.
Yeah.
So yeah, not bad. I'm not upset with it. Not at all.
No.
So even though I'm a Nets fan, it's fine seeing a Nick up there. So it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, second team.
I'm gonna lead off back where you are. I have Brunson first.
Yep.
Anthony Edwards, KD, Book, and Steph.
Ooh, 2 Phoenix Suns players. I don't have Book in any of my All NBA
Yep.
teams. So I have Jason Tatum, Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and DeMontis Sabonis. It's not rare you see a guy on second team not make an All-Star team.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
him
I
and Fox got
got-
robbed.
Yeah. Wait, who?
Him and Fox got robbed from the All-Star team.
No, they
Yeah.
really did. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, is what it is.
They
though.
deserved it. But I have Giannis, Kawhi, Maxey, Sabonis, and Edwards.
Ooh, okay. Maxi up in second team.
Yeah, Maxi
Yes.
moves up.
Also, can see the argument. Not upset with it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this season at least, we're not going to see much debate between us. We kind of mainly agree on a lot. So
Yeah.
hopefully we see some more difference in opinions later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, and third team.
Both Tyrese's, Maxine Halley,
Yep.
Gobert, and I have a feeling LeBron and AD are going to make that third team.
Ooh, okay.
So that rounds out that 5.
I actually don't have LeBron
Me
in
neither.
mind. LeBron's been good this season. Like, obviously, he's still, he's still LeBron, but, he just won't get into that all NBA third team category. I have Steph Curry, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Davis, and Jaylen Brown as the fifth one.
That's good.
'Cause he's been he's been really good this season since signing that contract.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, he has. And I have Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry, Booker, Tyrese Halliburton, and Kevin Durant in my third team.
okay.
So
Yeah, I don't think really any of us put someone that shouldn't have been there.
everyone there deserves
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, even guys that I don't have on my list, like Book
Exactly.
and Braun, still, I can see the argument. You can easily put them in there, and I would
Definitely.
not bat an eye once.
Definitely.
So yeah, not bad for all NBA teams. Let's get into our all defensive teams. This is a more underrated category. I really wish they would put a third team in here because there's just too many good defenders in the league now. But I'll go over to you, Antoine. Who do you got first?
Jokic, Gobert, Sabonis, AD, and Wemby.
See, I don't have Jokic in my all defensive team, but I love that. Beating the allegations.
I think he has to make it.
Why?
He's a very smart defender.
Yeah.
He's smart, but like, what makes you put him in your first team, all defense?
I mean, he racks up boards. He's blocking. He's doing a lot of things. We were having this convo, like, what are the Nuggets without Jokic?
Well,
Offensively,
I could see the argument for him defensively, though, because the Nuggets have the best clutch defense in the NBA, and he
Yes.
anchors that.
he does.
Yeah. He cuts passing lanes, quick hands, stuff like that. Makes other guys around him better.
I'm not convinced he's first team.
I'm not
You
convinced
could've
he's
put-
first team either.
I'm not convinced
but
he's second team either.
I can see the argument for if there was a third team.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a stretch because I think he's a good defender. He's a smart defender. But look, I mean, anything he does will go underappreciated because everyone hates him apparently. but yeah, I have a different Denver Nugget on my first team. I have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope there. along with Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, Herb Jones, and Bam Adebayo.
Solid.
Okay.
That's better. That's more like it.
Yeah.
Now I got Drew Holiday, Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Derek White on my first team.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Two Celtics.
Derek White's been really underrated
Two
this season.
Celtics on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad shot.
What do you think about the
Any
two
of them.
Celtics being on there?
I mean, they lost 18 games of basketball. How can you not, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
They deserve it.
so yeah, wait, who was the first Celtic was who again?
Drew.
Drew Holiday.
Oh, Drew Holiday.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Hasn't been his usual because obviously he's just doing a lot more scoring. He's just kind of
Yeah.
been 3 and D, but no, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Second team.
For me, Bam, Chet, Jalen Duren, and I threw in Brooke Lopez and Walker Kessler.
Oof. Brooke Lopez has not been great this year. He's definitely taken a bit of a step back from his
Yeah.
DPOI finalist last year.
Yeah.
But
Put him in there. He was averaging, I think, close to 3 blocks a game.
that's still really good.
Walker Kessler as well. I know the Jazz haven't been that great this year.
Tanking.
Yeah, but Kessler, I think, is going to be their big center for the long run.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think Duren took a big step with Detroit this year, even though they were awful.
Did he reach enough games? I know he missed some time.
I don't know. I think
I'll double check that.
Yeah, we'll double
check that at some point.
But if Duren definitely didn't play,
I'm gonna take a look actually right now for y'all.
I'll definitely replace him with Derek White.
You didn't put Derek White on your all defensive team?
No.
Oh my, that is disrespectful.
Yeah. If Duren and didn't play, I'll throw in Derek White.
Okay, let me see. I'm checking right now, guys, for those listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Also, by the way, if you guys want to support us in any way, subscribe to us if you're on YouTube. Give us a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I forgot to do it in the intro. I keep forgetting, but
It's okay. It got in still.
yeah,
The real ones are still watching.
exactly. All right, so Detroit. Oh God, they won 14 games. That's rough. I'm just waiting for it to load because slow Wi-Fi and that. I mean, do you want to run through your second team while I look for this, Gio?
Yeah, sure.
And I can just do mine after. I know it's out of order, but who cares?
So my second team, I got Bam Adebayo. I got Alex Caruso. I got KCP, Daniel Gafford, and Kawhi Leonard.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like it.
What do we
I
think?
like some
What
of
do we
those
think?
picks.
I love the Kawhi pick.
Yeah?
Even though I don't know if he should be on all defense this year.
Yeah.
I like the Kawhi pick
Why?
because he's one of the best defenders
Yeah.
to ever grace the game. Like,
The reason why I feel like he's not on there is because whenever people get the ball with him in front of them, they pass it. They don't want that matchup. They don't want the smoke against Kawhi.
who does?
That's what it is.
Who does?
Yeah, that's what it is.
You don't see many people. All right, so regular season, he played 61 games.
So Duren does not make it. All
So
right.
no Jalen Duren.
So
So
we'll remove
Put
Duren.
OG Anunoby in there.
You know what? That's fine.
he had elbow surgery. He
No,
also
OG
missed a
did
lot
not
of
get
games.
65 games.
Yeah.
I'll put Derek White in. I should
Okay.
put it.
Derek
That's
White.
fair.
He'll be my replacement.
For my second team, I have Alex Caruso, I have Derek White, Jaden McDaniels,
Mm-hmm.
Jared Allen, and then I was really debating between Anthony Davis and Aaron Gordon.
Davis.
Really tough, but I went with Anthony Davis in the
Yeah.
end because he's actually more of the fact that he actually played 65 plus games this year is shocking in itself that I kind of had to put him in. So
Okay. Yeah.
Kudos to Davis for getting through the season. Honestly.
kudos fade, although he just got hurt. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with Big Fella over there in LA.
We'll see.
But yeah, and then the last portion of this segment is going to be our all rookie teams. This I'm fine with having 2 teams because really there's only like 10 rookies that really play consistently throughout the year.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 get left out here and there, but not too much of a problem. I'll go over to you. Who do you want to go first? Antoine or
I'll go.
Gio? Yeah, we'll go to you, Gio.
Go to
Yeah.
him first.
So I got Chet, Victor,
Yep.
Brandon Miller, Jaime Jaquez, and Asura Thompson.
Okay, mine is very similar, except I went
Yep.
with Amen Thompson
Okay.
instead of Asar
Why is that?
because I don't know if Asar reached 65 games,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
I don't know. And
Okay.
Amen has made much more of an impact for the Rockets, not to Asar's fault, because the Pistons were just not playing him. I don't know why, but they weren't playing him much. But yeah, no, I mean, the first 4 are locks. Really,
Yeah.
it's that 5th spot, just like all NBA first team.
Yeah.
So
What about you, Anthony?
Just for reference, I don't have any of the Thompson twins in either team, which will probably get some hate. But Wemby, Chet are locks. Brandon Miller, same thing. Jaime Jaquez, and then Brandon Podziemski from Golden State. Is
Oh,
my
okay.
First team.
yeah, no, I like that.
It's all right.
It's good. It's all right. I think
Yeah, it's okay.
I think we need a Thompson twin in there, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We won't penalize you too hard
All
for
good.
it.
Why
don't we
my
ju-
second team?
Yeah, just go for your second team.
So I got Derek Lively, Keontae George, Scoot Henderson, Jordan Hawkins, and Cam Whitmore.
I like the Jordan Hawkins pick. I'm not gonna lie.
Hawkins, he left out Gigi.
He left out Gigi.
Oh
but
my! I did it again.
You left out Gigi again.
Can I, I'm just gonna go back and replace. Okay.
Cam?
I'm gonna take out Cam. I'm gonna take out Cam Whitmore.
Really?
Okay, that's.
Cam Whitmore's been good though.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
have
know.
Keontae George?
That was the second
he's
name
in
you
there.
said.
He's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Come on now.
All right.
Yeah, come on.
I'm just saying.
And then Gigi has to be in there. What do you have? Like 38 today?
Yeah, 38 and 12 or 38 and 14.
A
He's
beast.
like
Yeah.
so good. I like his attitude
No,
too.
for real.
Yeah.
He
And
like
the fact that he's the youngest player in the league right now. Like 18. I don't even know if he turned 19 yet. But
Okay.
he's got that
kid is
mentality,
a
man.
whooper, bro.
He wants to be great,
He does.
and it's
Alright.
evident.
And he is in my all rookie second team. I have Gigi Jackson, Brandon Pajemski, Derek Lively, Keontae George, and Trace Jackson Davis.
Ooh.
Yeah. Here we talking about
good.
this. Before.
He's been really, really solid this season.
Yeah.
He's one of those rookies that he plays so well and so calm that you don't think he's a rookie. So
Yeah.
he's definitely impressed me. He had that dunk on Wemby.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I think the
It's true.
Warriors hit on their picks this year for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Mine, same thing as you guys. Gigi, Keontae George, Derek Lively, Scoot had a better second half, and then I threw Cam Whitmore in there.
That's fair.
pretty solid, yeah.
I can make the argument for Scoot. It's that first couple months. I felt so bad for the kid. It was
Yeah,
rough.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was.
So, but yeah, essentially that is all our teams and awards for this season. Obviously, if you guys have any disagreements or anything, just put it in the comments below. We read them, we react to them, and at some point maybe we'll start doing like Q&As or hot takes or anything from you guys.
Would
so
love to do that.
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've reached the time in the episode to get into the main portion.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, we have reached the main portion of our episode. Took us a while, but we're finally here. I appreciate you all for still listening with us if you are still here. And obviously, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are doing our official 2024 NBA playoff predictions. These are the whole shebang. We obviously did our first bit of the play, and we did our 7 seed and the 9-10 game. We'll obviously start off with the final playing game to determine who gets the 8 seed to take on the Thunder and Celtics. And then we'll just get into our full bracket. Obviously, you'll be able to see them on the screen to our left or our right or whatever side. I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, so I think we'll start off with the final playing game. So we'll go to you, Antoine, first. Who do you have in your... Or should we start with you because you had different ones?
No, we should start with him.
Start with him?
All right,
Okay.
that's fine.
So yeah,
So-
this is your Eastern Conference one first.
Yeah, so obviously I had Heat taking the first game. They advanced to be the 7 seed. And then I have Sixers winning that second game, taking the 8 seed.
Against the...
Uh,
Yeah, because it's the winner. They play the
Yeah.
winner of the 9-10. So who do you have?
9-10, I had
You had Chicago?
Chicago.
All right, so you have
Yeah,
the
so
Sixers.
Sixers, Chicago. Sixers are winning that game, taking the 8 seed.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
I think there's just a talent gap between both of those teams. Sixers are going to win easily.
Even with Embiid potentially not playing.
Yeah. I think even with Maxey, Tobias, all the Kelly Oubre, all their role guys, I think I could see it being a close game, but I think Sixers are going to win easily.
Okay. Fair. I actually have the Bulls over the Sixers.
Okay.
Wow.
Purely because, on one, I didn't know when Embiid was going to come back, but I had a tweet out. I could put it maybe on the screen somewhere back, like, I don't know, a month ago. That said the Sixers get eliminated from the play, and this was when they were still in like the 5 or 4 seed. I got to go. I got to stand down. I got to stand on business, as Kendrick Perkins always says.
All right.
So, do I think the Sixers will probably win the game? Yeah, but I made the prediction at the start. I can't shy away from it
Standing
now.
on business.
Standing on
Respect
business.
it.
Elimination game Embiid. Come on.
He's not good.
No, bro. He's 0-3 in game 7s.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not good in game 7s. So,
Okay. Fair.
look,
fair.
we'll see. I think it's really a toss-up. I think both teams are very poor this season, injuries and stuff. But, yeah, I got the Bulls in an absolute miracle.
Bulls beating Sixers. Now Bulls are 8 seed. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with, because I already had the Sixers beating the the Heat.
Yeah, so you have the Heat against the Chicago Bulls.
Right. So I have the Heat easily handling the Bulls.
Right.
Easily. So yeah, Heat 8 seed easy, and I think the Heat are where they want to be in the 8 seed. If you ask me,
Just like last year?
absolutely.
Yes,
I think
sir.
they're right where they want to be, right in the 8 seed, and they're going to take out the Celtics. I'm not saying that, but that's their mentality.
You're
They
gonna
want to
take
go.
on-
They
take
want to
out
go
the
for the big dogs first.
Okay.
Take them out, and they're like, all right, we got this.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I like that.
We'll shift over to the West now. So this was the loser of the Lakers Pelicans and the winner of the Warriors and Kings. So we'll go back to you.
Yeah, so I had Lakers winning that game, taking a 7 seed. Kings and now Pels. Kings advance over Pels.
Ooh.
I think that's kind of bookmark just gonna happen. They're gonna make that easily. Why? What do you?
No, nothing.
What do you think? Come on.
Feel free to
No,
dispute him.
I'm just like, I hate doing this,
You want Pels to win?
because both those teams are so like, they're so good in their own way. They have like it's just so tough to pick, the matchups. But I think I'm gonna go with the Pelicans
All right.
simply because I think they're just a more athletic team, and I think athleticism wins in the playoffs over shooting. Because athleticism goes into defense, it goes into hustle plays, and I think that's what you need to win a playoff game or like playoff atmosphere type game. So I'm gonna go with the Pelicans.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I like it.
I think that's fine.
I also have the Pelicans, but I have them beating the Warriors because I have the Warriors beating the Kings in the 9-10 game.
Yep.
Look, I mean, if you think the Warriors are going to struggle with size against Sacramento, just wait till they struggle against the Pelicans. I just think they just have just big bodies everywhere. And I know the Warriors have the pedigree, they have the smarts, they have everything like that. But you can get away with a lower IQ team in the early stages, especially if it's just a one-off game. If you just have a good shooting night, I think they're in business.
yeah.
So, yeah, I have the Pelicans advancing there. So yeah, essentially that is our full play-in tournament done, and now we can get into the first round of the playoffs. So we'll start in the East, obviously, in all these rounds because it's the East, and the West is kind of where it's at. I think I think the Knicks down would be like 6 below in the West, which is crazy. So I will throw it over to you first, Antoine, for your first round series.
Okay.
What do you got in each game and how many?
All right. So I'm gonna start with the 1-8. So it might be Celtics and Sixers. I think Celtics gentlemen sweep 4-1 over the Sixers. They get one game, but I think Celtics dominate the rest.
Okay.
I think that's just how it's going to go. My Knicks 2 seed, they're going to be playing.
We'll go to the 4-5 next.
Oh, 4-5.
Because that's how the bracket works. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I guess this is my only upset. I do have the Magic over the Cavs. 4-2. I think it's going to be a pretty evened out series, but I think the Magic would take those 4 games to 2. You want me to go back 2-7 now?
The 3-6.
3-6.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Bucks and then Pacers. I'm gonna give it to the Bucks. I'm gonna get 4-2. I think Pacers give up a pretty good fight. I think Giannis comes back towards the end of the series.
Okay.
Plays a little more minutes wise.
You said 4-2.
4-2.
Yeah, it's 6.
I think 4-2.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Pacers will get 2. Back to now 2 seed. My Knicks over the
Miami Heat.
Miami Heat. Correct. I'm gonna give that 4-2 as well.
2.
Knicks.
Okay, I kind of
Knicks.
figured.
4-2. I think Miami get 2 games at their home.
Knicks fan over here.
Knicks
by the
get
Yeah.
those 4, and that rounds up my first round.
way. Okay.
Okay, it's fair. Do you want me to go next? Do you want to go next?
You got it.
For me to go? All right. All right, so pretty similar, I suppose, I guess. I don't know. I feel like mine's a little more chaotic. So obviously first round, Celtics Bulls. I got the Celtics in 5. They're not disciplined enough to sweep a series. So I do think the Bulls get 1, just like they did when they played Milwaukee a couple of years ago. Cavs Magic. I also have the Magic in 6 games. I do not trust Cleveland at all in the playoffs.
Really?
Did you see what they did against the Knicks last year?
Yeah.
No.
They just completely crumbled away.
Okay.
So you'll get 1, maybe 2 just crazy scoring games from Donovan Mitchell, but it will not be enough. I think.
You don't think they learned from last year?
Not that they didn't learn from last year. I just think the Magic have such a great defensive backcourt and just defense in general. I do think they're tailor made for playoff basketball. So I do think it'll be a difference maker. And look, there's a lot of question marks surrounding Donovan Mitchell because obviously he hasn't gotten past the second round. Jared Allen completely crumbled in all of his playoff series. We'll see what Evan Mobley's made of. But I back the Magic. They're going to play the song after every win. And yeah, I think in 6 games, I think they'll get it.
Wow.
Bucks Pacers. I've gone for the Pacers in 6.
Wow.
I'm banking on
like
Giannis.
it.
I'm banking on Giannis not playing at his highest ability, or not playing at all. And even when he did play, the Pacers owned the matchup anyways. So, and because the Bucks are not great defensively, the Pacers play no defense. They're just going to outscore the fuck out of you. We'll probably see some games in the 130s and 140s. But look, we saw a lot of shakeup last year with low seeds. I think we're about to see it again. And then the last series, the Knicks and the Heat. Look, Miami is the most dangerous low seed ever to grace the NBA. I have the Miami Heat in 7 games. And remember, Miami beat the Knicks last year with Jimmy Butler injured from the 4th quarter in game 1 on. Didn't play in game 2. So, look, I think it's going to be a really entertaining series. This will mainly be like a 2-3, but except it's a 2-7.
Yeah.
And look, I still think if you're the Knicks, you want Philly to win that playing game because I think it's a much better matchup for y'all. Could you beat the Heat? Yes, I have it in 7. It could go either way. But I really think it's going to come down to Jimmy. And look, I think Bam's going to be important too because if Mitchell Robinson's playing, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, Knicks fans.
So you don't trust the Knicks in the playoffs? You don't trust them
I do not.
to come through? No? Why not?
If you look at the Tom Thibodeau era, they lost to Trae Young in the Hawks in 2021. Yeah, they got owned. And just kind of like my thoughts on Philadelphia. Really, the only team that's actually legit that Philly beat in the first round swept them. The Knicks only beat the Cavs, and we just said the Cavs are not a team to be trusted with in the playoffs. I'm still not fully sold on the Knicks, so we'll see.
Okay.
So we'll go over to you now, my friend.
All right.
What does our resident Russ Stan got for us?
All right. So first round, we're going 1 to 8, right?
Yeah, so 1-8,
So
4-5.
Celtics Heat for me. I think obviously it's going to be the Celtics winning, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to be in 6, and they're all going to be tight games because that's how the Heat like to play. But I think the Celtics pull through, but I think they'll lose in the second round. We'll get there later.
Yeah. Save the spoilers.
We'll get there later. But for the next one, is it what?
4-5.
4-5? All right, so who's 4-5?
Cavs Magic.
Cavs Magic.
You can pull it up if you have it.
So I would say I'm going to go with the Cavs.
Ooh, we got a believer.
I'm going to go with the Cavs. I'm Believe Land today. Believe Land. I just think the Magic are a little young, so give them a year in the playoffs, and I think they'll be ready for next year.
Totally fair.
Yeah. And then for, what are we going to, 2 to 7?
3-6. So that's Bucks Pacers.
Bucks. All right, Pacers. I got Pacers.
I like it.
Pacers.
I like it.
I think even if Giannis is playing, he's not going to be at full strength.
Right.
So it's Pacers for me. Pacers for me, and I think they're going to pull it together on the defensive side when they get to the playoffs. I think their offense is already where they need to be, so they'll be fine. And then now for what was it?
Knicks Sixers.
Knicks Sixers.
That's like my worst nightmare of a series.
Knicks Sixers.
I was terrified last year that would be the Eastern Conference Finals because I wouldn't know who to root for. I was just gonna hope for the Nuggets to just pull through.
Yeah.
But thankfully the Heat came in clutch.
Yeah. No, I got Knicks. Knicks easy in that series. I have faith in the Knicks. I'm not even a Knicks fan, but just watching them play, I think they'll be good in the playoffs.
Yeah, especially against Philly.
Yeah.
I think it's a much easier matchup for them.
And that's what you call a believer.
I mean, I would have picked the Knicks if they were playing the Sixers.
Okay, believer.
But
He's a believer too, but
Yeah.
for different teams playing against each
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I like the Pacers call a lot. I like it. I think it's gonna be a fun series. I think Cavs Magic will be vibes. Celtics, I don't really think
No, nothing.
they won't face much trouble.
Right.
And look, the Knicks, it really just depends on that playing game, on what will happen, if it'll be an easy road or a hard road. So we'll see. Let's flip over to the West now. And we'll go back to you, Antoine.
Yeah.
Run us through your first round.
Okay, so had that Lakers taking the first game, so they're the 7th seed.
Yeah, whoever you had winning.
Kings
the-
win the second game, they're going to take that 8th seed. Okay, so we're going to go 1-8. So Thunder playing the Kings. I think another gentlemen sweep 4-1. Kings get 1 game at home. Thunder take the 4. Nuggets, this is my first sweep. I think the Nuggets.
No, go to the 4-5.
Oh, yes, 4-5.
We literally explained this before.
I'm working on it because I'm reading it as I have it written down. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Another upset. I have the Mavs taking the Clippers.
You're going to have to talk to me.
The Mavs taking the Clippers to Game 7.
Ooh.
Okay.
But 4-3 Mavs.
Okay, you're going to have to talk to me. Like,
4-3
why?
Mavs.
Yeah, let him get through the other two games,
I'll get to
and
that.
then we'll
4-3
talk about it.
Mavs. I'm sorry. Wolves, Suns. Another, I think, interesting matchup. I think Wolves take it 4-2. I think Suns take 2 games, but I think Wolves are going to overmatch them at home 4-2.
Yeah.
First sweep, I think Nuggets sweep LeBron out 4-0.
What would that be? That would be 11 straight wins against the Lakers.
And that's it. But you want to go back to my Mavs clips?
Yeah, can you talk? Why do you have them winning in 7?
Convince him.
I think both those teams are equally, I think, talented. I think Kyrie, Luka, and then I think Harden's going to have a stinker in that first series. Okay. I just have a feeling.
Sorry, I don't blame him at all. I think he's a stinker regardless.
Yeah, I think, and then I have a feeling Kawhi may sit out a game or 2 if he's injured. I don't know. That's just something. If he gets injured,
he's fine.
Yeah,
no, load management.
Bro, you should have prefaced injured at the start because imagine you just load manage the playoff game. That'd be crazy.
No,
he's load.
I don't think he'll load manage, but I'm thinking some injury is going to happen that may prevent Kawhi.
Let's knock on wood that does not.
Yeah,
so you're counting on an injury.
No, I don't want to say that. I'm just.
So everyone's healthy. Everyone's healthy.
Everyone's healthy, but
what do we say?
I don't know. Kawhi has an injury history.
Yeah, but when we're talking about healthy though, everyone's healthy. If you get a healthy Kawhi,
forget me saying it as an injury. I still think Kyrie, Luka over Kawhi and PG.
Okay,
I think that's what I'm going. I think they'll take him to Game 7. I don't want Kawhi to get injured. I want to see Kawhi play. Yeah. Kawhi is one of the best players in our generation. But I don't know injury history. I don't know if I'm just sensing something. I don't know. But forget my sense. I want Kawhi to play regardless. I don't want to see an injury to any of those players that are great in the playoffs.
Right.
I just think they could take it to 7 games. I think that's going to be the most entertaining series in the first round.
Okay.
See, even though I think you're wrong, I love the Harden take.
Yeah.
Because
I do.
I love the Harden take, even though he usually has stinkers later on in the playoffs. Yeah. But no, I like it. I'll do mine. So Thunder Pelicans, I got the Thunder in 6. Like I said, I think they're a little young to sweep a team right now. I just don't really see it happening. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I don't necessarily trust Shea's game fully in the playoffs yet. So we'll see. Clippers, Mavs. I also have 7 games, but I went with the Los Angeles Clippers. Mm-hmm. I think, keep in mind, the Mavs are starting a young center. And unfortunately, Derek Lively prayers to him and his family. Obviously, with the passing of his mother, hopefully everything's okay with him. But even like him aside, you don't know what you're going to get from Kyrie. Especially as a Nets fan, it was always mysterious. But I have no bad blood towards Kyrie Irving at all. Then Wolves, Suns. I got the Wolves in 6. I think it's going to be very similar to the Suns Nuggets series last year, where the Suns they just shoot stupid historic numbers for like 2 or 3 games. That's not sustainable for a 7-game series. And then the Wolves are just too much for them. The Suns in the fourth quarter are garbage. Yeah. So I have to go with the Wolves. Yeah. And then the Nuggets, Lakers. I think the Lakers get their first win against the Nuggets and then lose the next 4. Or they just lose 4 at all. Okay. I have the Nuggets in 5. However they want to, however you want to write it, whether they lose game 2 or 3. I think the Lakers finally get 1. And I genuinely think if they lose in 5, Lakers fans will take the 1 win.
Wow.
All right.
Because I've been looking just on Twitter. Lakers fans were trying to avoid the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And it looks like they have to win a one-off game to play them.
All right.
So I do have the Nuggets over the Lakers in 5 games. Gentlemen sweep.
Okay. All right. So who do I got here? 1 to 8, right?
Yeah.
Who's my 8?
So I should have wrote it down.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, so wait, is it the
Gio's a man
Pelicans?
of the mind.
Pelicans, yeah?
It's the whoever you had
No,
winning
Pelicans
that game.
is 7. So 8.
You had the Pelicans beating the Lakers?
I did.
Okay, so you have the Did you have the Lakers? You said there was the downfall
So
of
it'll be the
LeBron.
Lakers.
Did you have them winning that game?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Lakers and
Lakers Nuggets.
no, Lakers and
Thunder.
Thunder.
Lakers Thunder. All right. So Lakers Thunder easy in 5.
Ooh,
Thunder easy
really?
in 5. Yeah.
Lakers have won 3 out of 4 against the Thunder this year.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. It's
Fair.
time. It's time. It's playoff time, and I think the Thunder will pull together and take care of the Lakers.
You
in the
got
playoffs.
you got Aura Man over King.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Like, you saw those outfits, bro. Anyways, 4 or 5. So
Yeah,
we got
Aura and
Clippers
4, bro.
Mavs. I'm gonna go with the Clippers in 6. It's gonna be a good matchup because Kawhi versus Luka. But I think Kawhi, the Clippers, when it comes to defense, they can lock in on defense, whereas the Mavs can't really do that. They don't really have that ability to do that. The Clippers haven't been necessarily the best on defense this year, but they have the potential to be. You know what I mean? Like, and I also believe that Russ is going to come alive in the playoffs. So look out for that, and he comes alive in
Also,
the playoffs.
by the way, before we started filming, Gio did text me saying that Russ was going to drop a 32-point triple-double in the series. So
Yeah. Indeed he will. Indeed he will.
All right.
But yeah, and on the defensive side as well. Look out. Okay.
Look
and
out.
And then what else we got for the 2 to 7, right?
no, that was your 4-5. You got the 3-6 Wolves
3-6.
Suns.
So what is that? That's Wolves and that's
Suns.
Suns. Okay. So Wolves in. I'll give the Suns 2 games
Yeah.
because KD and Booker they'll get you 2, but the Suns as a whole, they're not a good team. Let's just be honest. They're just not a good
They're a
team.
good team, but they're not a great team. Because
Not good.
obviously, well,
Enough.
if you have Kevin Durant, yeah, not good
They're
enough.
a
If you have
playoff
Kevin
team.
Durant, you definitely are good.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand.
That's why
that
I'm giving them 2
point.
games. But like, the Timberwolves are a good team, like collectively.
They are built
Right.
perfectly.
Right.
Just
And
a matter if
and-
they can stay healthy.
Exactly. So at Wolves in 6.
I like it.
Fairly easy. And then what is it?
It's
2-7 now.
Nuggets and you picked
Nuggets
the Pelicans.
Yeah. Ooh. Nuggets in 4.
Yeah.
Nuggets in 4. Easy sweep.
If the Pelicans wind up winning that playing game, I do think the Nuggets will sweep them.
Yeah.
That is their most favorable matchup, I think, in the first round.
Yeah. They'll win regardless of who they play, but
Obviously,
it'll be
yeah.
a sweep.
Right. No, I like it. I do like it. And you said you had the Thunder over the Lakers.
I do.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be a
What do you
lot
think?
closer.
What do you think?
Because I think back to what LeBron said on his podcast, where you can get away with a low IQ team like the first like a young low IQ team in like the first second round. I just like LeBron's going to be at his full strength in the first round. If I'm going to play the Lakers, I'd rather play them later on because LeBron's going to be exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost 40. And we saw it last year in Game 4 against the Nuggets. He had like 30 something in the first half. He was exhausted in the second half. There was nothing he could do.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron in the first series, if they're playing the Thunder, he will definitely be revitalized. I'm not saying they'll win the series, but I think it'll be a lot closer. I think it'll
Okay.
probably be 6, maybe 7.
Okay.
So we'll see because we saw what they did to a young Grizzlies team last year.
True.
So,
True.
like I said, I don't
team.
want to. I don't want to have to not rule them out because the media just dick rides them every time. But like, it's LeBron. So, essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the first round. We will get into the second round right now. It's the conference semifinals, otherwise known as Embiid's Peak. And we'll start in the East once again. And we'll go over back to you, Antoine. We got 2 games in the East. Who do you got winning them?
Celtics, Magic. I think that's another 4-1. Magic get 1 at home. I think Celtics just ride the rest.
Pause.
Yeah. Then I have Knicks and Bucks. This is going to be a 7-game series. I have Knicks taking it 4-3.
So we conveniently went with Giannis up until he decided not to go with Giannis.
Why not?
No, I don't mind it.
I mean, there may be some bias to me, but I think that's gonna be a big series for them, and I think it does go 4-3.
Yeah, I think they have a chance because I mean the Bucks took the season series,
Yeah.
but and the Knicks have home court. I don't know. That's tough.
I think it goes either way. I think I was just riding with them taking that last game 7 at home.
Yeah, I think it'll be what? It'll be a Brunson Dame shootout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Anything stand out to you in those 2 games?
No.
Pretty standard, yeah.
Yeah.
1-2
Yeah.
seed, yeah.
Regular.
No, I don't mind it. I have a much more chaotic. Conference semifinals. I only have one team seated above number 4. So I got the Celtics and the Magic here. I have the Celtics in 6. Like I said, the Celtics are not disciplined enough for my liking to close out series early. We saw it last year. They should have swept the Hawks. Hawks somehow got 2 games.
Right.
Don't ask me how. I don't know. But I got the Celtics in 6. Like, I mean, the Celtics are probably, to me, they're one of the top 2 team in the league. Best team in the East by far.
Yeah.
So they're fine. And then I got the 6-7 matchup in the second round for the second straight year. We got the Pacers and the Heat. I'm going to keep riding with Jimmy Buckets, man.
Wow.
I got the Heat in 6 games, mainly because the Pacers can't play defense. And I will stick with that up until they learn how to play some defense.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
So
Okay.
setting up for episode number 4 of the Celtics Heat Conference Finals. So
All right.
Wow. All right. Well, so for me, I got Celtics versus the Cavs.
yes.
I got Celtics.
Okay.
Easy. I'm gonna say it's 5 games. Celtics in 5. And then for the next round, it will be Pacers versus what was it?
Knicks.
Knicks. Oh, this is a good one. This is a classic.
I really wanted this to be the
This
first
is a
round. I wanted this to be the
classic.
3-6.
Man, this is tough, man. This is really tough, but I think it's gonna be Knicks in 7.
Ooh.
Knicks in 7, I think. Even though the Knicks, they proved to me today they don't know how to play when it comes down to the end, like in the end of a game, they fall apart. They
Right.
throw turnovers and they're just messy. But I don't know. I still have a feeling Knicks in 7 this year. I think this is a good year for them.
Yeah, I think
So,
East is
yeah.
wide open. I mean, do you agree with what Becky Hammond had said, that Brunson's too small to be a number 1 option on a championship team?
No, I disagree.
Disagree. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
I could see both sides. I'm kind of torn on it because he's obviously insane, but I can see where he'll have shortcomings.
Where?
Just the size, you know. You can't
Yeah.
look at someone like Nikola Jokic who's 7 foot, 6'11", Brunson's 6'2".
Yeah, well, you're not having
6'3".
to face. He's not going to have to match up against Jokic.
Right, but Brunson's got to take much tougher shots in tougher situations. Is what I'm saying.
Okay,
So his playmaking is really going to need to be clutch for
that's
him.
true. That's true.
So I could see it, but yeah. Now let's hop over to the Western Conference. We'll go back to you, Antoine.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Okay, so Thunder Mavs, Thunder 4-2. That's a 6-game series.
Ooh,
Thunder over Mavs.
interesting.
4-2. And then it's going to stay the same thing with Nuggets Wolves. 4-2 Nuggets.
I like that.
I don't think Wolves make it to a game 7.
Okay.
Okay, so I've gone
Okay, that's good. Okay.
I've gone a little different. So I have obviously the Clippers and the Thunder.
Yeah.
I have the Clippers in 6.
Lovely.
I do not trust the Thunder at all. Great team, got a great young future. They're not ready. I think they definitely overachieved this year, and I think right now, I think whoever wins the Clippers Mavs series gets to the conference finals.
Wow.
Okay.
I think they'll be locked in, and like I said, I think we need to see what Shea's game does in the playoffs because
Okay.
I don't like what I saw last year in that second playing game. I didn't like it at all. So if he can translate his game, not resort to those stupid foul antics, which they won't call in the playoffs, I think it'll be different.
Yeah.
And then Nuggets Timberwolves. Man, I wanted this to be the conference finals. Fuck. Look, this will be a great series. I think you're going to get some all-time performances from Yoke, Murray, Cat, Ant. But I do have the Nuggets in 6. I think right now, Cat not being 100%, it's not great. I also just think the altitude's really going to play in Denver's favor.
So unfortunate.
Yeah.
If the Wolves had home court, what would you say?
Nuggets in 7.
Yeah.
I still have the Nuggets winning.
Okay.
Actually, I'd probably go Nuggets in 6 because they
Still.
probably win on home court, but I don't know. Look, I just think the Nuggets right now are just a well-oiled machine,
Yeah.
quite frankly. And, you know, a lot of games they've lost this year were because they're playing like bigger rotations. Like you're not going to see Zeke Naji minutes in the second round. You just won't.
No.
So they'll shrink the rotation down to 7, 6, 7, 8 guys. So yeah, I got the Nuggets in 6.
Okay. All right. All right. So for this, I got Clippers beating the Thunder
I like it.
fairly easily in 6. Just think like you guys said, you guys already said it. It's just the experience of the Clippers that they have over the Thunder.
I don't think it'll be easy.
I think
It won't be easy. The Thunder will put up a fight.
I think Russ comes back to OKC and he does his thing, and he shows OKC what they are missing.
You know, Antoine, we really need to. If Russ has any sort of stinker in the playoffs,
Oh, yeah.
we need to just mention as many times as possible.
It's fine. If he doesn't, though, then he can say whatever he
Yeah,
wants.
you could talk your shit. Doesn't
I
matter.
will.
That's fine.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay, count on that. And then for the second matchups, which is what was it again?
Nuggets and Wolves.
Nuggets Wolves.
I think we all have Nuggets Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm going Timberwolves in 7.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it
Seven.
either.
Don't like that, sir.
That's because I am a Jokic hater.
I literally
Nah, I'm not.
no, literally he has the Clippers going to the finals.
I do.
He probably does.
Yeah, just going off of he is them beating a team.
Yeah, he's our resident Russ.
but if he has them going over the Celtics,
We'll
it's a
see.
different
Don't
story.
mention anything yet. So we'll find that out.
Yeah, let's go to the conference.
But can I just get a reasoning as to why you think the Timberwolves can beat the Nuggets? I'm not saying they can't. I want to know why, because I just don't see it.
I know Jokic put up 40 on Gobert pretty much every time he plays him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to be different in the playoffs. I think Gobert's going to be ready. He's going to be studied up. He's going to be locked in.
Can I raise a counterpoint?
Go.
Jamal Murray rises in the playoffs like no other.
Okay, AE. He's the second coming of Michael Jordan. Okay, he's going to lock down Jamal Murray because he's going to be on both sides of the ball, AE.
He won't be guarding Jamal.
Okay, why not?
J-Mac's going to be on Jamal.
Okay.
Because J-Mac is a much better defender than Anthony Edwards.
Okay, that's fair. Fair point.
Right.
But
Yeah.
J-Mac is a great defender.
Well, I mean, let's look at the matchup, right? So, obviously, Jamal Murray, Mike Conley. Jamal Murray's clearly better than Mike Conley.
Okay.
Mike Conley brings a lot of vet values, but, he's not Jamal Murray. Anthony Edwards, offensively, much better than KCP.
Yeah.
KCP brings much more to the table defensively, but I'd still choose Ed. You got Michael Porter Jr. and J-Mac. I think if MPJ's hitting his shots and rebounding, then I think it's pretty even still.
Yeah.
Then obviously Aaron Gordon and Cat each
Cat.
bring their own. Gordon clamped Cat last year. So I'm looking forward to that rematch again if it happens. And then obviously, we all know the Jokic savage quote when he's like, "Brother, I have 47." like we all know it.
Yeah.
But no, I think it'll be a good series.
Yeah, it will be.
But
I think it's going 7. It's going to be super fun to watch.
craziest thing is if it does go 7, that'll be the first time since I'm pretty sure since the Clippers series in the bubble that the Nuggets would have gone to 7 games.
Wow.
Okay.
No, I lied. I think did they go to 7 games in 2021? I don't remember. Someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but that's crazy because they only went to 1 game 6 last year.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That's how good they are.
Exactly. All right, it's time for the conference finals, ladies and gentlemen. This is, according to LeBron, where basketball IQ takes over. And it's where moments in those games a coach can't prepare you for, film can't prepare you for. This is where you just need to make the adjustments on the fly. So I'll go to you first, Sir Knicks fan. I really hope you picked the Celtics, man. I really hope you didn't fall for your bait. But who do you have, Knicks Celtics?
I have a 6-game series, and going to the finals will be the Boston Celtics.
Okay, we have some clarity here. we have you.
Yeah, there's no way in hell that Knicks are getting 4 games from the Celtics.
Right.
They can get. I mean, I could possibly change this to 4-1. I was just being
say-
generous.
Yeah, be generous. It's fine.
4-2. I think they get both games at home. I think that's just a difference maker.
Fair.
I think playing away at TD, no. I don't think that's happening.
Right.
They're going to be overmatched. I think just all over. I think, you do have Brunson, you do have OG, but I don't think you're stopping Tatum, Brown, Drew. Throw Derek White in there defensively.
Yeah.
Chris Stapps' height over Mitch and Hartenstein.
Hardenstein's gonna be good.
Yeah, Hartenstein I think will be great, but Mitch is
No.
over Porzingis now.
No.
Yeah, I think Celtics easily. They're gonna just,
Wow.
I think I don't
I'm
think
surprised, man. You
Why?
really don't have
You-
faith in your own team?
not against the Celtics.
Okay. So you're telling me I have more faith in your team?
You probably, yeah. I mean,
Oh, we'll see.
we'll see.
We shall see.
We'll see.
All right, so this is tough for me, man. So if you want to know a little bit of a backstory, this is the fourth time in this situation the Celtics and Heat would meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. Every single time before, the lower seed won. I don't know. Because the Celtics just seem a lot more polished this year than last year. I.e., no more Grant Williams.
Yep.
No more antagonizing Jimmy. I just think, I don't know, man. It's really tough. It's really tough. I really want to go with the Heat, but the Celtics this year are just so dominant. 64 and 8, 62 and 18,
64 and 18.
I don't know, man. It's so tough. Do I think the Heat have another miracle run in them? Yes. But I have the Celtics in 7 games, and they finally break the streak, and the higher seed wins for the first time.
Wow.
I think it's really going to come down to
7 games.
7 games.
That's interesting. I think it could happen.
I think there's definitely a lot of upgrades they've made. You have Drew Holiday shooting corner threes instead of Marcus Smart. You have, Derek White, Horford, Porzingis instead of Grant Williams and company last year. And I think the Heat are a little worse than they were last year. No Gabe Vincent, no Max Strus.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited to see playoff Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah.
Cannot lie to y'all. That's going to be really good. But I have the Heat bowing out after another miracle.
They got Terry Rozier too, right?
They do, yeah.
That's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade
Over
slightly,
Vincent.
but keep in mind, though, Terry Rozier has not played a meaningful basketball game in a long time. He's been stuck in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So if he can bring it back to his Celtics days, then maybe. I just think this year the Celtics have just so much more firepower than years past. So I have the Celtics in 7 games. I still think it's going to be a hell of a series.
Yeah, it will be.
You're going to get some 50-point games from Jimmy.
Wow. 50. That's bold.
Yeah, he did it against the Bucks. He had like what, 56?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll throw it over to you now.
Yeah.
You have Celtics Knicks,
Yeah,
right?
I do. So I'm gonna go with Knicks in 7. Knicks in 7. Say it
That's
with me.
wild.
Say it with me. Knicks in
Heat in
7.
7.
No. But for real though,
I like that.
I just don't believe in the Celtics. I've picked them every single year, and I'm not gonna do it again. They always, they let me down every single time I pick them, so I'm just not gonna pick them. I have no faith in the Celtics winning
Really?
at all.
So here's my thing.
They're
right?
gonna choke again. They're gonna find a way.
Let me preface this.
Yeah.
If the Celtics meet the Heat in the second round, I think the Heat win.
Yeah.
But if they meet in the conference finals, I just don't think the Heat have enough gas left in the tank.
Okay.
That's kind of my view on it. Because my thought was, if you can avoid Miami in the first 2 rounds, the Celtics will make the finals.
Okay.
That's always been my sort of standard with them. Because Miami in the first 2 rounds can easily pounce anyone.
Really? You think why?
I just think the way they're structured, the way they're coached. Eric Spoelstra is a much better coach than Joe Mazzulla.
This is true.
All know this.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, like I've been saying, the Celtics' discipline's not there. They have so many chances to close out games. They decide to go with these
That's what I'm
step-back
saying.
threes. They just chuck them.
Yeah.
So, however, I think they're a slightly better team this year in terms of that.
Celtics.
I do think they're gonna fall out of their old habits a little bit
So
more.
they've matured.
Slightly.
Say. Okay.
Like I said, in the conference finals, I think that's where you'll see it happen.
Yeah. Well, I think
saw-
I still have Knicks in 7.
That's
and
fair.
That's because I expected Knicks to win every single game in Madison Square Garden.
The
and
Knicks
I-
will not have home court.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
They're going to win 3. But I expect them to steal 1.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
They would have to steal game 7 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah.
So, because if they stole any other games, then they would just clinch in 6.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, all right, I like it. Yeah, I was really debating. I had Miami for a lot. I was going to go with the prophecy, but I think the prophecy happens if they meet in round 2. If
As
the Knicks,
written.
yeah,
Did you watch Dune 2?
no,
Okay. Never mind. You don't want to understand.
no, unfortunately
Lisan
not.
Al Gaib. All right. Only someone would get that. But anyway.
Yeah, hopefully some of y'all get that in
Yeah.
the comments, or anyone viewing or listening or watching or whatever. So now we get over to the West, the Western Conference Finals. I'll chuck it back over to you, Antoine. Who goes to the finals and meets the Boston Celtics?
I'm going to give this another 7-game series. No, I had 6 for Eastern. This one's going to be a 7-game series.
Who do you even have?
Nuggets Thunder.
Oh, okay.
And the Thunder will fall to the
I
Nuggets.
was gonna say
4-3.
Wow, 7 games.
7 games.
I think they take 7. They take it to 7 games.
Okay.
I think it's fair. I think the Thunder have definitely pushed the Nuggets button a little bit this year. Could happen.
It's possible.
I also don't have them getting out of round 2, so like it's kind of tough to call. I also don't have the Knicks getting out of the first round, so like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
kind of put that own risk on myself. I think we both have the Nuggets and the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
I have the Nuggets in 6.
Okay.
I'm assuming you already said you have the Clippers.
Yeah. What do
We'll
you
see.
have?
Well, you can tell me. We could.
Yeah,
Could,
you
if
have
we
Clippers
disagree,
in
we can
5.
debate it right now.
Clippers in 7.
Clippers in 7.
That's
Okay.
yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Let's not talk about Russ for a minute. So,
The X Factor. You can't just not talk about him.
well, I understand, but like, there's clearly other players that could be an X factor in that series for the Clippers. I just want to know who, because obviously I know you're a Russ fan. I know you love Russ.
Yeah. Okay, so
But-
anyone else but him. Okay.
Exactly.
I-
Let's eliminate Russ.
Yeah, you should be saying.
How has Jokic played against Zubac this year?
They've both honestly been.
They've clashed.
They've clashed. They've been good because again, big Europeans
Yeah.
kind of go
Yeah.
back and forth against each other.
They're built the same way.
Yes,
I
but
think. Okay.
you see difference in like against the Wolves. Obviously, Jokic dominates that Gobert matchup a lot more. That's why he averages the least amount of assists against the Wolves. With the Clippers, they definitely have that kind of defense to kind of make it tough on him. But at the end of the day, Jokic turns it up to another level in the playoffs.
He does.
And so does Jamal Murray. And I think if they attack the Clippers the way they attacked the Lakers and the Heat, where you kind of just force the mismatches early with Aaron Gordon. He just moves people because he's just a people mover. He'll just chuck you aside.
Yeah.
And if you're getting hot shooting from KCP, MPJ,
If it's a big if.
MPJ was shooting lights out until the finals.
Yeah.
And then KCP was shooting lights out
Yeah.
the entire playoffs, essentially.
Yeah.
So,
I think KCP goes cold in the playoffs.
okay, that's fair. He's still going to lock down
He's still gonna lock
whoever.
down. Yeah.
But the key is going to be the bench.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what 3 players do you see Ty Lue playing? Let's say it's an 8-man rotation.
Okay. So
Because obviously Russ, we know
Russ
that.
is in there. It's a given.
Norman
Of
Powell.
course, Norman Powell,
Who's that?
potential 6th man of the year.
Yes. Who's that 8th guy though? Oh man, we should have power surge. What the hell?
We're good.
We're still recording too. I don't know how that happened.
That's
We're
crazy.
good.
That's crazy. They're going to see that on our videos. Everything
No,
just
that's
went
actually
dark.
crazy. Okay, wait. What were you saying?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Yep, we're good. So who's that 8th guy
can't
off
be-
the bench?
It really depends because I feel like we need to have a bigger guy in there, but because we have a lot of guards. You know, Bones Highland has been playing pretty well this season as
Right.
well.
Got a printer making noise. Yeah, we definitely had a power surge.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is going through the audio. If it is, I'm sorry.
probably not.
The printer is turning back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but look, I can tell you the Nuggets are going to play small ball 5.
Small ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who you got for them coming off the bench?
It's going to be Christian Brown,
Okay.
Peyton Watson. They're going to give Reggie Jackson a chance.
Okay.
Now remember, he plays the Clippers. He actually plays well.
He does.
So that's going to be the difference maker, I think, there. And if he doesn't play well, they're going to take him right out. I don't necessarily know who they're going to chuck in as their backup piece. Essentially, I think it should be Justin Holiday because he's a veteran. He knows what to do in those situations. I think Aaron Gordon's small ball 5 minutes are going to be crucial. I think with the Clippers, obviously health is one thing, but I just think when it boils down to the game, like the game the other night when the Clippers beat the Nuggets had just not played good, and they still only lost by 1 possession.
Well, you can't just say that not played good.
No, but it's like,
Clippers didn't have Kawhi.
well, I understand
You know what I mean?
Kawhi,
Like-
but the Nuggets, almost every game they lost since All-Star break, they've just had rough shooting. The other team shot just historically great, and they only lost by like 2 or 3 points. So
I think teams are now starting to realize when you play the Nuggets, you have to come to play.
you have to play your perfect game against the Nuggets and hope they're not playing their perfect game, because even if you get like a 6 out of 10 Nuggets, they can still run you out the gym.
Yeah. I
So-
think teams are coming for the Nuggets.
Well, yeah.
All postseason long, like coming for them.
Yeah, they're the defending champs.
Yeah.
You're going to get your best night against anyone realistically. I think the X factor is Christian Brown
Okay.
for Denver. I tweeted this out a couple days ago, and I think can that printer shut up?
No, we go.
Yeah. No, but I think he's the energy bringer.
Yeah.
He's shot way better from three this year, especially as of late. And he makes those timely cuts.
Yeah,
and
he
that's
does.
exactly what he did in the finals last year.
He did.
So,
Yeah.
look, I think the Clippers are a worthy adversary.
Okay.
Will they make the conference finals? I don't know.
How many
I
games you
think
got for them?
for against the Nuggets? 6.
It's Clippers. I mean, Nuggets and
Nuggets and 6, yeah.
Okay.
I think the Clippers take both games at home. I think it's very similar to the Nuggets Suns, where the Nuggets will just take every game at Ball Arena and then just win game 6 at the Crypto. And that will be the final game played at the Crypto for the Clippers before they move into their new arena. So
Okay, that's fair.
pretty dope. Yeah. Still beeping over there.
I
But
think we're good.
yeah. So that brings us now to the NBA Finals. So this we'll talk about a little bit more in depth. Because matchups wise, we all have different finals too, which is good. And we will. Oh no, we don't have different finals. I think me and Antoine have the same. So
Yes.
yeah. So we could talk agreements with either of them. So kind of just who do you got winning the NBA Finals and why?
I think me and Tyler are probably going to have the same winner. I don't know about game count. Another 7-game series.
Ooh.
And that's the fire alarm going off.
It's okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going into the audio. If it is,
Yeah. I have a back-to-back championship for the Denver Nuggets.
the Denver Nuggets,
The Denver.
the Denver Nuggets.
Well, Denver Nuggets. 7 games. MVP, of course, is Jokic.
Love it.
I think that series is going to be probably the best we're going to see. I think just talent-wise, what each team brings to the table. I think Nuggets will have home court. No,
Celtics will have
Celtics
home court, so they'd win it at TD.
Yeah, they win it at TD. So I think that's going to be a very defensive series. I think with Derek White, Drew, of course. Even I think Al Horford steps up a little bit, but I think they're still going to fall short. Kristaps, of course. Tatum and Brown are going to have games they're going to be, over 30 points. I think easily.
Yeah.
Jokic, I think Jamal is going to go off. KCP's defense is going to come in big on a lot of occasions in that series. I feel like.
Yeah.
If KCP's guarding Brown or Tatum, I would think more Brown, just for a size comparison.
Yeah, they'll have Gordon on Tatum.
Yeah, just for a size comparison, I
Yeah.
think Brown. Gordon on Tatum, I think, is going to be really fun to watch as well.
Oh yeah.
They actually might put MPJ on Brown. They might put KCP
Okay.
on White if he starts. It really
Okay.
depends on
That's
who
fair.
starts that fifth spot, White or Horford.
But I just think, big man wise, Jokic over Horford and Porzingis easily. I think that's the difference maker.
Yeah, because
I think
Horford dominates that matchup with like an Embiid or a Brook Lopez, and Jokic gives him trouble. Like Horford doesn't have his usual clamps against him, and Porzingis is not really he's not girthy.
Defensive. No.
Especially a lot of his shots that he'll take, especially in the 2 games I watched against the Nuggets and Celtics, he's just taking a lot of threes, a lot of middies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and outside shots.
Yeah.
So he's 7 games.
Yeah.
Interesting. I also have the Denver Nuggets going back to back, and I think it'll be the second year in a row they avoid Game 7. I have the
Okay.
Nuggets in 6.
6.
So that essentially is what I have them in 5 against the Lakers. I have them in 6 the rest of the series. So that's how many wins is that? 16 and 7. So not like their dynasty sort of record last year when they went 16 and 4. But look, I think this will be a really good finals. And I hope this finals happens purely for the fact that casuals don't call it boring because the Celtics or Lakers aren't in it.
Yep.
Because, obviously it was a lopsided finals last year, but I mean, come on. It was a historic triple-double in Game 1. Him and Murray got triple-doubles in Game 3. First time ever in NBA history. 2 teammates got a 30-point triple-double in the finals, or just ever in a game. So, and then obviously Games 4 and 5 were great in their own. So, but I think, look, these are the 2 best teams in the league, and I would love to see them duke it out for the Larry O'Brien. but I got the Denver Nuggets. Rocking with Jokic and Murray, and I think this will cement their dynasty status. And yeah, I think it'll be another great series, another great year.
I'm interested to hear Gio's series.
I think what you guys are saying, this is what the NBA script writers want you to say, but I'm going based off of, reality.
I don't think the script writers like the Nuggets, so
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen.
Okay, maybe. But look, here's the thing.
Okay.
You can call me delusional, but it's the Knicks versus the Clippers in the finals.
Very interesting
Okay.
matchup.
And I got Clippers in 6.
Who's your MVP?
Come on.
You think 6? I think
Yes.
5 if that's the case.
Who's
Yeah.
your MVP?
Oh yeah, I also think my finals MVP is Nikola Jokic.
Aaron Gordon.
Do you imagine?
You don't even have to ask that question. Like, it's going
Don't
to be
tell me.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious to see though who you think the finals MVP of the Clippers is going to be.
It's going to be Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say
That-
Russell Westbrook.
Nah.
No, if it's either Kawhi or PG.
Yeah.
Harden is
It'll
the
be
third.
Kawhi.
Russ would be fourth.
I mean, if Harden
You know-
if Harden steps up,
Yeah, come on now.
but
If
we all know
Harden
that's not-
steps
so
up.
you're telling me he's not going to have a stinker in any of the series this year?
Because look, Harden's not the number 1 guy right now. He's the number 3 guy. He doesn't
Probably.
have to be that much of a factor.
So he's going to be
He's in his
stinky-
natural spot.
He's going to be stinking the whole playoff.
Bro, he's
run?
going to be
That's what you're
stinking the gaff
saying?
up, bro.
Listen to me. Harden is in his natural spot as a third option, just like how it was in OKC. He's back where it all started. Okay, there's not as much pressure on Harden.
Can I raise a point? He's still the ball dominant facilitator. That's where my concerns with Harden lie, because I don't trust him in those moments. We saw it last year in Philly.
But he doesn't have to take the shot though. He had to take those shots.
No, but it's the turnovers, regardless whether he shoots it or not. There were so many just horrendous passes he threw to a Celtic last year.
Okay.
That worries me, as if I was a Clippers fan.
In playoff basketball.
Exactly,
Okay.
and plus that man quit on us, so I want his downfall. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
we shall see.
All right.
But
Clippers Knicks. Clippers win in 6.
Okay.
so we got Clips. Well, basically, whoever wins that conference finals is going to win the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just happy that you have a finals appearance for us, Vincent. That's fine.
That'd be hilarious, actually, if the Knicks got to the
Could you
finals.
imagine?
Fine.
Clippers.
Doesn't mean we have to win. It's just a finals appearance. That's fine. Without Randall.
I feel like that'd be a very lopsided matchup.
Well, Clippers Knicks.
Yeah.
I think it'll be more tighter than
I think it'll be just like last year. I think it'll be good. I just don't think it'll be close, essentially.
Okay.
So,
No.
but yeah, essentially that runs through our 2024 playoff predictions. Obviously, later on, after we can look back on these and react to them. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Who you think is going to win the NBA Finals? Who's going to be going in their parade this year?
Yeah, give us some hot takes too. Give us some things that we didn't mention,
Exactly. Yeah.
that we didn't see and that we could possibly see in the next episode. We can bring up. Give us, MVP takes for Finals MVP as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want it all. And also, I think we all kind of are going to safely assume the same Finals MVP winners will win the conference Finals MVPs as well. Probably Jokic, Tatum,
Yeah.
and then for you it'll be Brunson and Kawhi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically the end of the main portion of our episode, and that also brings us to the end of our first ever episode, the pilot episode of the Floor Spacer podcast.
Go.
Is done.
Shout out to you who made it to the end.
Yes.
We
Exactly.
appreciate you for real.
Should we give
really
them a word to comment if they're still with the flow of the video?
Sure.
What do you can pick the word.
Pick the word. Okay.
Yeah.
Comment. Ant's team is the worst.
I mean, people are going to comment that regardless.
Ooh,
So give them a single word to comment.
Okay. Comment Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Just for me.
like it.
And for the best player probably in the playoffs we're going to watch this year. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
It's definitely not. So,
Why not?
because Nikola Jokic exists.
Stop it.
Nice.
Yes, he'll be the best, but Ant's going to be right there.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously we got the play-in coming up in like a day or two, maybe 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, on Wednesday.
And then first round starts this weekend. Tune in next week. Next Sunday we'll be back recording these. Next Wednesday is when episode 2 will be out. And yeah, anything else to say for y'all?
Podcast.
I'm about to knock out. What time is it right now?
Podcast.
It is
11.
11:30.
11:30.
I am going to officially end this with podcast no longer in progress.
Podcast no longer in progress. We appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are new. And also don't forget to give us a 5-star rating wherever you get your podcasts. As for us, That's it. We will see y'all next Wednesday.